Modern Storage Unpacked. Let's go.
Welcome back, guys, to Modern Storage Unpacked, the podcast where we make space for what matters. If your garage is a shrine to hobbies that you've done once and never touched again, this episode is definitely for you.
This podcast is sponsored by Modern Storage Lowell. Modern Storage Lowell, formerly known as Northwest Arkansas Easy Storage, we offer spacious covered and uncovered parking options, perfect for protecting your vehicle year-round. Whether you're storing an RV, boat, trailer, or an extra-large vehicle, we make it simple. Rent your space online and move in today. Modern Storage Lowell is conveniently located minutes from Rogers, Springdale, Cave City, and Fayetteville. Visit us today and reserve your space. Yep, today we are holding a little intervention. It's time to confess. Are you a hobby hoarder?
I think we've all been there, at least with one thing. Definitely before we dig into all that clutter, don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a review if you can. What is one hobby that you absolutely thought was going to change your life and now it's just collecting dust?
All of them.
Really?
Truly, I think the more that I'm get into my little hobbies, the more I accumulate that I think that I need. Mm-hmm. So I do feel like all of them are just collecting dust right now. I feel like the one that I'm pretty consistent with is my scrapbooking, but I actually had to tell myself to stop purchasing things for it because the bin that I kept myself in is overflowing. So I'm like, you gotta stop.
If you get too much stuff, it might be a little overwhelming, or you might not find things, and it's just kind of a waste.
Oh yeah,
that makes sense.
What about you? What is a hobby that you really got into?
Well, this summer I really got into paddleboarding, but I wouldn't say it is collecting dust. Mm-hmm. So I haven't done it in a while personally, but I did use it a lot. Yeah. And I love it. It's not something that I'm just going to not do again. Like if I, because I do float the river a lot, I can take my paddleboard for that now. Mm-hmm. I can take it to lakes and creeks and swim holes. And even if it gets colder outside and the water gets a little bit colder, I don't have to necessarily get into the water. So I can still kind of take it out just to lay out. And as long as it feels good outside and it's sunny out, I'm definitely doing it. I will say one thing I started to get into and didn't pull through with it was I was on a big camping splurge, because I usually go and find cabins and stuff, but I splurged on this really nice tent. Okay. Because I'm really big about being independent. I want to do things myself. I want to be able to get out and go, which is also why I got my paddleboard and not a kayak, because it condenses down to a backpack. I can go by myself, so that works. But I wanted to camp, but I can't do a tent by myself. I've tried. They're tough.
It's hard.
So I bought this really expensive tent that literally it's pre-inserted poles and you just pop out the sides. You can open up in 60 seconds. Actually, I timed myself once. I did it in 45 seconds. So it's super nice. It was pretty expensive. And same way, it collapses down really easily. And then I never went and got an air mattress and stuff to use. So I just never, it's just sitting in my storage unit.
Really?
I haven't used it. Not once.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Man.
Yeah. I need to get, because I have a huge cart on my Amazon order of just different things I wanted to get, this air mattress and all these things. And I just never did it.
It is a huge, not only investment, but all of the items for camping. Because we have, I think, a total of 2 totes just of camping supplies. That doesn't include the tents. That doesn't include the air mattresses. Yeah. The cots. That doesn't include that stuff. Yeah. Just 2 bins just for, we have the utensils for and burners. Yeah.
See, all that stuff I don't have. And so I know it honestly, I was kind of looking around, going through Amazon, camping essentials, and it got overwhelming to the point that I just didn't get anything. But I think I will. Just because we're in fall doesn't mean that camping season's over. If anything, it feels perfect. It feels good. Perfect. So season. I do need to get on it and use it because it's a really nice tent. I haven't used it once, and it's really cool that you can. There's all these little triangle openings that you can either put them all down and you can just see a 360 view of the outside, or you can zip them up and put your rain fly on. So. It's nice. You can borrow it sometimes.
I want to link to this.
You have you have everything, except for that.
Pretty much. Oh my gosh.
If you give me your supplies, I'll give you my tent.
Yeah,
we'll just trade.
We'll exchange. We'll exchange.
But yeah, it was definitely something that, I know everyone's kind of had their thing. I know that some people really got into like sourdough starting during quarantine too, and it kind of trickled over. I've never tried that, but yeah, that's been a huge thing I've seen online, like trends that people have been doing. Have you tried that?
I haven't tried the bread making or any of that. Now, I did get into jewelry making. That was really big. And so the amount of charms and chains, beads that I have is a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like,
just go to a Taylor Swift concert, girl. You'll get rid of all of those.
I need to do all of those. Because, man, I was like, once I made like my first necklace, I was like, oh my God. It's so easy. Yeah. I can totally do this. And there was a point where after work, I would spend probably about, an hour to 2 hours just making like necklaces and stuff. And,
oh, wow.
And I have quite a few, but now I haven't touched it in probably like 3 or 4 months. It's just sitting there. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know. It's not that I don't want to do it, and not that I didn't enjoy doing it.
Maybe you just don't have the need for another necklace, or
but when I realized how easy it is to make jewelry, I was like, why am I spending like $30, $40 on a necklace?
You can match any outfit.
Exactly.
I love that.
I really did think too it was going to turn into like a side hustle. Mm-hmm. It's like I'm going to be so good.
Starting an Etsy shop.
Yeah, I'm going to do this, and again, I haven't touched it in months.
A lot of people have definitely experienced those, especially the one season wonders. Camping gear you swore you'd use every weekend, like myself. Yeah. Paint supplies for that side hustle, you thought you were going to do and gave up on. Or a lot of people got like a Cricut machine, that's now a very expensive paperweight.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different things out there. Golf clubs, because, everyone at work plays. But anyways, going into what to store and what to truly say goodbye to, something that you can do to evaluate all the hobby clutter, you can ask yourself, have I used this in the past 6 to 12 months? That should be your first question. Is it really sentimental, or do you just feel guilt that you don't want to get rid of it? Because either it was expensive, or you swear one day you're going to start up again.
I swear.
You're going to do jewelry again.
I swear. I also have a bunch of yarn. I did like crocheting and weaving. The amount of yarn.
You're doing everything.
Yes. The amount of yarn that I have. But I will say I haven't touched it in quite a few months, but I'm not going to get rid of it. I will eventually need it.
Eventually. Yeah, I mean, if it's something that I think if you'll pick it up again next season, definitely worth storing and not like saying goodbye. Yeah. But definitely be honest. Like, is it a phase or is it a passion? So if you got a passion for it and it truly gives you joy, definitely, keep it and try it up again whenever, time is right, if life is just too hectic right now. But if it's just like, we've all been through these phases of different things that, you swear, like I convinced my boyfriend to buy me this $350 bread maker that does all these different things. I've used it twice.
What kind of bread did you make?
Just normal, like sandwich bread. I was like, I don't have to buy this from the store anymore. What I didn't realize is how much preservatives go into bread, because my bread, freshly made bread, lasted 2 days and started getting moldy. So who can eat a loaf of bread in 2 days? Not this girl. So I kind of gave that up. It's collecting dust. That's collecting dust. So yeah, that might be something that, I might just need to sell or get rid of. Give to someone who would actually use her. Ah. So how should we be storing all this hobby gear without losing our minds? Well, for one, we say this all the time. We're going to say it again. Clear bins.
Yes.
Label it by the hobby. Camping, arts, gardening. Who knows what it is? I have one for all my paddleboard stuff, but a lot of my paddleboard stuff could go into camping stuff. So that's another thing I don't know how I'm going to organize. Maybe I should start going with clear bins so I can see what's in it, because a lot of stuff can be useful. Using wall-mounted racks for kayaks and bikes and fishing poles. Personally, I just have like a U-sized kayak and it just sits in its own little corner. But if I had like bigger family or more of them, I think having them stacked appropriately would be nice. Airtight bins, really for anything fabric related, knitting, crochet, if it's not going to be in like a climate temperature controlled area. You know, do you keep yours like in your house?
Yes, I keep mine in my house, but during moving process though, I keep it like closed until like I can find a home for all of my yarn and stuff.
And also pegboards for tool-based hobbies. Those are always good. Overhead shelving and garage for storage bins. I've definitely seen a lot of people do the hacks of like where they build like on the ceiling of your garage where you can slide in those storage bins and then save room off the ground. Yeah. Those are super cool. Definitely look into getting a climate-controlled storage for more of those delicate hobby supplies like paper crafts, electronics specifically, your Cricut, you know, any fabric as well. That's definitely the way to go if you've got like more sensitive items and you don't have room in your, you know, house for that. You can start a little mini business.
You could also turn your storage unit, especially if you do have a climate control one, into your little hobby corner if you wanted to make a little bit of space, put a desk, chair, and then that way you have all of your hobbies right there in the storage unit and you can do your hobbies if you wanted to right there.
Start a little side hustle, Etsy shop, what Kaylee swore she was going to do one day.
Yeah, one day.
Okay, this is a good rule also to try. For every new hobby item that you buy, something else gets stored or donated. I feel like that's a good rule.
I mean, I like that rule. I use that rule for clothes. So if I purchase something, usually going to get rid of something.
Really?
But I like that for hobbies too.
I need to do that because I'm like running out of hangers. I'm just getting to the point where I actually had to go buy like the big box of hangers. And I swear I'm going to wear that one day. That's my one thing.
See, I feel that way about hobbies. I don't want to get rid of any of my hobby stuff. I'll eventually get it back out again. The bug's going to come back. I'm going to get bitten again, and I'm going to be like, I'm going to have to go back out and repurchase everything.
You definitely want to make storage work right for you, not against you. So making sure that you're keeping up with what you're storing because, you know, every storage unit has its limits too. Yeah. Can't take everything. Know what size you need to get. Storage units can also be like your hobby off-site closet instead of overstuffing your home as well. So you have tons of people who do like just different random things. I know, you know, we have somebody that does a whole like event decorating thing. And so all of the different decorating stuff goes in, you know, our storage. And it's like, it's kind of cool to like hear about like what, and they do it full time. Yeah. Like they make a living of this. And what is their cost to it? The storage unit.
Yeah. The storage unit, get in the stuff.
Of course, your time and effort going into a lot of the stuff, but it could definitely work for you. If you could start a new hobby right now, Kaylee, what would it be? Like right now. Brand new one, not one you've done before.
Okay. You want to know one that I would love to try is the rug punching. The rug with the gun thing. And if I had the space, time, materials, I would love to get into that.
And then like you shave it.
Yeah, you shave it.
I watch those videos. It's like sped up and it's very ASMR to me.
I feel like that's my next Etsy business. Okay. I'm going to make rugs.
Make your own rugs.
I think those look so cool and they seem so simple.
Between your rugs, your jewelry, and whatever, the crochet and everything, you need to go and get like a booth somewhere and start sell all my half done stuff. Half done, semi sort of finished. All of that stuff. But you're going to start on a rug. It's going to be like a cherry, and you're just going to have like one cherry.
One cherry, that's it. Yeah. You know? So tell me, Hannah, what would you get into if you were to start a new hobby?
I would probably get into pottery.
Ooh.
I haven't really dove into it before, but I did take some art classes like in school, and we did get to do some pottery where I made like a little jewelry box. I made like, I don't know why I made this, but it was like a tiny little couch. And I had a hamster at the time, and it was a hard couch. I mean, it was made out of clay, but I made a little couch for his little cage. So that's probably something that I would want to do. But I know it's messy, and I'm sure all the stuff for it might be a little pricey. So I don't know. I think there might be places you can go and like use their equipment to do it. So that might be something I'll do starting out, just to even see if if it's something I'm any good at, because
start collecting clay, and then you mold it.
Some people go out and like just use wild clay. Like they go and like dig for clay, and they'll use that, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna have a rug business, and Hannah's gonna have her clay pottery business.
I'll build you some vases and some mugs. You have to clear out some room in your.
Honestly, if you foraged clay and then sold the clay to pottery makers.
Sounds like a lot of work. I got a full-time job. Whether you're a collector of kayaks or a candle making queen, the key is to keep your gear and your sanity organized.
Yes. Thanks for joining our support group today. We'll see you
on the next episode of Hoarders Anonymous.
Yes.
My name is Hannah, and I'm a hoarder.
Yes, my name is Kaylee, and I am a hoarder.
Today. But yeah, we'll see you guys on the next episode of Modern Storage Unpacked. There is no shame in your hobby game. Just don't trip over the stuff in your garage. That's all we ask. And make sure you don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss another episode. And tag us if you are reorganizing your hobby hoard. We definitely want to see it.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
That's a wrap for this episode of Modern Storage Unpacked. Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe. See you next time.